boys and girls. Oh, well, it's good to be here with you guys again in the Orange Room. I've got the gold iteration of the Gristle 90. Dylan couldn't be with us today, so it is just me, myself, and I. And I thought we'd do a little question and answer thing. I'll play with the looper a little bit for the kids, talk about these pickups if you want. We can mix it up, because that's what we do. That is what we do here. David Beauregard and Paul too. Here comes Marvin, know they're good for you. I'm going to share this. Boom. Share it over here. I'm sharing to a group. I'm going to do it now. I'm sharing to a group. Share to a page. You're doggone right. Right. How's it going out there? It is Happy Friday. Yes, Lee, I will definitely bring this to the woodshed. Little looper duper and cause a little trouble here, I reckon. Matthew says, howdy, Greg, from Bug Tussle, Oklahoma. We appreciate the gristle and the sticks. I can dig it. Greetings to you. Play the Gil Paris. I will. I just talked to Gil Paris today. We had a chat for the podcast. He'll be, the one with Web Wilder went live. Boy, it's hard to talk sometimes. So if you guys haven't checked out the podcast, it's available wherever podcasts are cast. And it's called Chewing the Gristle. We've now done 51 episodes. With Gills, it'll be 52, and then we're going to take a little break. But all kinds of conversations with all kinds of different guitar players. And it's a lot of fun. Can you dig it? As John Peterson, he's saying the podcast interview with Robin Ford was great. Well, thank you very much. We do have Robin Ford on there. Michael Burrell saying, where's Dylan? He could not make it today. Robert says, happy Friday, Greg and Gristle friends. Gristle friends in the year. Any difference between the P90 gristles you have? They're all pretty consistent. This one's got a nice ring to it. It's maybe a little lighter than the other ones, but they're all pretty consistent. Oh, he's fine, Michael. But thanks for asking. Can you dig it? Just like that. Yeah. What's the little American woman there? American woman. The mighty Randy Bachman. And I watched a very interesting interview with Randy Bachman yesterday. I thought it was Bachman, but he says Bachman. Bachman Turner Overdrive. Can you which guitar will I take to jam with Robin next weekend? Probably this one. And I'll probably take one of the Greg combos, or I might take the head and cabinet. I might need the head and cabinet to do battle with. Just being able to be loud enough on stage. But I'll go straight into that rascal. You know, I don't know if I told y'all, but last weekend I was gigging with the band. We did a private party on Saturday, and then we did a little festival thing on the marina of Bayfield, Wisconsin. My buddy Carl put it together. And the first day I thought, because being in quarantine, I started to use a couple pedals. I had this little pedal board. Occasionally I'll have a little extra delay thing that's going through the effects loop and whatnot. And so I brought that stuff with me on the Saturday gig. And needless to say, by Sunday, I was like, no, I'm just going straight into the amp like I've done before. Like so many times before, because all the extra chords and all the knick-knackery and who needs it? I just go straight into that amp, turn it up. Of course, with this amp, it's so doggone versatile. I got all the different sounds that I can go for and so on and so forth. So, Randy Bachman. Kathleen Turner Overdrive. Yes. Romancing the Rock. Am I right? Dre, do you know Ian Thornley? I do not, Jeff Benson. I do not know Ian Thornley. He sounds like a magical soul. I've heard of him. I was going to say he sounds like a prickly soul because of Thornley, but I don't want to say that because I'm sure he's a very nice fellow. Gonna have to install an F up switch on the Greg, right, Paul? You are correct. Sam Stefke in the house, romancing the rock. Indeed. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. Romancing the Stone. Yes, correctamundo. Rock on through electric. I see what you did. All right, folks. So, anywho, so when I'm using the looper when I'm doing these things, people are asking about where Dylan is today. He could not attend our little session today for reasons that are not injurious. So he's fine and dandy. He just couldn't be here today. So I'm going lonesome. And anyway, so when I'm using the looper, I have to use another overdrive pedal. So I like the looper. I like the MXR clone looper there one time. It sounds a good one. It sounds. That's the only feature I don't like is I got to step on it in order to erase the other loop. You don't have to. You can do this thing. You can touch something, but that never works. It's like the only way to get it done fast is to just step on the damn thing. You'll hear it for a split second, then it goes away, and then you do another loop. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Will you dig it? Anyway, so when I use the looper, I use a little overdrive pedal in front of the looper when I go into my leads, and I have two different ones set up. I have the ODS 181 by Jetter, which is a Wildwood exclusive Jetter pedal, and of course I have my Gristle King Clean Boost and Overdrive, which is always nice. Thank you, James. He says you definitely catch an aspect of Albert King's playing that no one else does. Well, thank you. I do definitely love the power and majesty of Albert King, and like engaging in that kind of activity. Can you dig it? Like the P90s, Daryl. These are my new Fishman Fluence doggone P90s, and they are doggone quiet. Here's the bridge. And of course we have our and then in the middle, I can do that out of phasey thing. It sounds so good. Can you dig it? Someone is giving away a set of Fishman Fluence P90s, premier guitar. That could be. like that kind of sound. It makes me feel good. Actually, that pedal you're hearing is actually in the amp. That's the harmonic vibrato that comes on board. My Koch amplifier, the Greg, that little rascal right there, comes on board at one time. Yeah. That is the big Koch amp right there, the big Blue. You're my boy, Blue. Paolo says, ciao, Gregorio. Ciao to you, my friend. Do 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 da do. I do love this glorious instrument. These new Fishman doggone Fluence pickups sound delicious. That's an old tune of mine called The Damn Thing. Oh, Lord have mercy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How's it going out there in movie land? Are we all right? Are we out there in movie land? Are we out there in movie land? Yeah, the neck pickup on this rascal. Can get that juicy, jazzy sound. I added a little clean boost there on the old. Yeah, it's a Lester Paul lick. Ah. It's difficult. It's difficult. Oh. Aloha from Makawa, Maui. Maui? I'd like to go to Maui. That's what I'd like to do. That would be fantastic. I'd like to go to Maui, and that would be great. I'd like to go to Maui. Boy's got a pretty good time. dig it? Do, 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 do. Ever tried or thought about sustainer pickups? I have used one. The one that comes on the Reeves Gabrels model. I also tried the one on the Radiohead Strat Dudes guitar. They're cool. I always forget to turn them off, though, and then if it's just sitting there, I'll see this sitting over there. But I guess I've never liked it so much that I wanted to have one on board the guitar. They're cool, though, without doubt. How do I feel about tab versus learning tunes by ear? I like to do both. Obviously, the 99% of my learning was through records, but there were some things that were just hard to hear on the record that when I finally got a hold of a tab thing, I was like, oh, thank God. Now I don't have to worry about figuring it out. So I think the most important thing is to make music, right? And to have the feel right, and the timing right. So how you actually learn it all to that end is kind of your own personal business. I find that the vast majority of my stuff I learned by ear, but tab is also good to have on hand, as long as it's just used as a tool for you to, in the end, make music to the best of your ability. Can you dig it? I'm an ear guy. That sounded weird, said Eddie. Have I ever used the Charlie Christian pickups? Yeah, those are cool. I've never owned a guitar with them on, but I definitely have tried guitars with them on and enjoyed it. Do I still have the Les Paul with the P90s? I do, as a matter of fact. Where is it, rascal? It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's over there. I've been using that guitar quite a bit as well. Who influenced me on slide? Many different people. Probably, I think the first slide solo I ever learned was Mick Taylor's solo on Love in Vain on the live Stones Get Your Yayas Out. But a lot of the slide stuff on Beggar's Banquet. But Allman Brothers, obviously, Dwayne Allman. But then I got right around the same time, I was doing the deep dive on Elmore James, so I listened to that stuff. And then just tried to put, heard Ry Cooder, heard Johnny Winter, and then I heard Sonny Landreth, and yada, yada, yada. I love Warren Haynes when he came along, certainly Derek Trucks, just the whole genre of slidists. And I've been just, trying to take all the stuff and kind of make sense out of it for my own purposes. But I've always played slide. I've been playing slide since the very beginning. But the last few years, I think I've done some things that sound more like my own thing, but obviously influenced by all these other individuals. David Lindley, another one. Absolutely. I used to listen to El Rayo X and try to get that going. Mercury Blues is a good one. We used to do a version of Reach the Turning Point, oh Lord, in my life. That's a good one. Yeah, all kinds of folks. Favorite finger for slide? I use third finger. I used to use pinky. That allows you. I just find I have more control with the third finger. So I use my other fingers to do the chording. It can be done. I just find that it's easier to control the slide with the third finger. Can you dig it? Yes, I did mail that guitar back. Sorry about that. I remember you saying that you purchased that guitar, but usually when that happens, the Wildwood guys get a hold of me right away and go, send that guitar back right away. And I didn't see it, and I thought, well, maybe he purchased another guitar there. He didn't purchase this one. Maybe he just meant So Steve Messplay called me today going, did you send that guitar back yet? He goes, no, a guy bought that. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, shoot. So it's on its way back. I apologize for the foobar. It's on its way. Okay, JTA, sorry about that. Sorry about that, but we have corrected the miscue. Can you dig it? What? I hear my phone started going off. Yes. What other questions do we have out there? I love robot voice. Yeah, I like that. All right, for kicks and giggles, I'm going to play that Gil Paris model guitar. Gil Paris, an extraordinary guitar player from the New York area, and also a good buddy of mine. He is also a reverend artist that has a signature instrument with Fishman Fluence pickups in it. And this is his model right here. And it has the Fishman Fluence single with pickups in it. And it also matches my shirt and hat, which is always, I find, a good thing. Can you dig all that kind of talk? I got a name that's Gregory Stephen Koch. Let's see what we got here. All right, now I'm all tuned up. I'm all tuned up and ready for battle. Sounds good. Yeah. Oh, Matthew asked an interesting question. If they made the Greg Koch movie, who would you want to play you? Brad Pitt. Hello. Or maybe the sheriff from Stranger Things, Big Lummox. Scooby-Doo, yeah, yeah. Oh. Tune this rascal a little bit. Let's see if I can do this loop. This will be difficult, but you'll see me in action. Yeah. Can you dig it? Someone asked if I've heard of Red Volkert. Absolutely. Red Volkert's a buddy. As a matter of fact, I had him on the podcast. You can go to Chewing the Gristle and see an episode or hear an episode of me talking with the mighty Red Volkert. Played with him a few times down at the Dallas Guitar Show. Always a treat. Mind if I ask a lame technical question for a friend? Go right ahead, Daniel. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to ask the questions that need asking. That rev sounds awesome. Not stock? Yes, it is stock. It's a stock Gil Paris model that comes with the Fishman Fluence single width pickups. The Gil Paris model. They're a brand new one. I think it's called the GP1, maybe? Would you recommend your book, Brave New Blues? Yes, it's a fabulous book, if I may be so bold. Yeah, well, you know, Toby took his Leslie out of here, so I put all my amps back there so they wouldn't be in other places in the house. It looks good. It's a nice little array of amplifiers. Yay, and array. Thank you, Zeus. Mona asks, on your website, are you talking about the guitar on my website? No, the guitar would be, if you're talking about the Brave New Blues book, yeah, you can definitely get that from my website. However, if you go to the Reverend website, actually, there's all kinds of, you can see where all the dealers are that you can get your stuff from. And I have been throwing the vacuum around a little bit in here, Dan. You're right. Like a warrior of old. Yeah, the podcast stuff is interesting. You know, I would love to get a bunch of different people on there, but it's like who I can get a hold of in that particular period of time. And you'd be surprised how hard it is. So the people I get are the people that I get in the time it takes to get them. So, can you dig it? Steve Karras asks how the Gil Paris guitar is different from a typical Strat. Well, like all Reverends, it's Carina, which is an interesting thing right off the bat. Roasted maple neck, you know, the Wilkinson bridge, the tremolo, those are killer. Stays in tune great. Lock pin tuners, and really the Reverend pickups and the kind of body wood it is, to be honest with you. And if you'll notice that the on the bottom is where the chord goes in instead of right here. So, and it's got the second voice is popped up right here. So it is a kind of a souped up S-style guitar without a doubt, but it's Carina, and it has the Fishman pickups on it. So that's really the main features that deviates from your standard F profile. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Shabba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Steve Karras asks, what tips for an accurate in-out with the looper? Boy, it's hard. It's just a matter of practice. I find that for whatever reason, this particular looper, if you're tapping with your foot, the groove, just make sure that, the tap that you're doing for the one, make sure that your one is very defined. You know what I mean? So that when you're starting your loop, like say, and it's not always perfect. None of mine are, perfect. But if I'm doing let's say start the loop here. One chord is all you really need. Am I right? Sometimes one chord is all you need, Sorry, I got an emergency thing on my phone, but it does not apply to Drade or my area. Crazy enough. Greg, do you know the collision device's black hole symmetry? Fantastic pedal. I do not, Jason. I'll have to look into that. I've never heard of such a device. I've never heard of such a device called the collision device. Collision device, black hole symmetry. Black hole symmetry has begun. I like that kind of talk. Can you do an E-flat Strat episode sometimes? Perhaps, Jay. That's not a bad idea. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check it out. Now, just for kicks and gigs, I'm also going to plug in. I haven't plugged in this three-tone sunburst version of my Gristle Master in a spell. Let's plug that in and see what kind of mischief we can get involved in here. Mischief will be at hand. It's a language I can understand. Mischief. Ooh, it's a little out of tune. I'm going to have to use Mr. Fishman FT2 tuner. Mr. Fishman FT tuner is a friend. Mr. Fishman FT tuner is a friend. Wow. Song for a tuner. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're assembled here on the inner Google. Musical friendship is in the air. Come on, y'all. Wow. Come on, y'all. I think a well-placed come on, y'all can really get the party started. Am I right? Are any cool YouTube performances, video discovery? I've been really into this guy, Jeff Lee Johnson. I got tuned into him by someone on Twitter, and I've been going on the deep dive. And there's some stuff that's really outside, but when he's on, stand clear. He's been dead, unfortunately, since 2013. It's a record called Blue that I really like. I like the songs on there. And then the one right after that is called Communion. There's some good stuff on there. Then he did a record called the Zimmerman Shadow record, where he does Bob Dylan songs. And he states the tune and then goes off on a wild, crazed, improvisatory abandon situation. How that guy remained out of my knowledge base until this point in time, I have no idea. But I'm so glad I found him, because what a kindred spirit. Doggone it. Does Greg like analog or digital delay? Yes. I'm going to say both. Guitar sounds good right from the get. Can you dig it? This, of course, is my Reverend Gristle Master guitar with my Fishman influence, doggone gristle tone pickups on board. I'll spank it for the kids. Am I right or am I right? Can you dig it? Pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be back on Monday. Probably have to pre-record Monday and Tuesday because I'm going down to Florida to do my first True Fire shoot, ladies and gentlemen. Tascam Model 24. Yes, indeed. That's what we use as our interface. That's going into the computes. The computes, and the computes. Yes, I'm looking forward to Florida. It's going to be a little warm. Tampa. Going down to Tampa. Yeah, well, we're hoping for the best. I'm all vaxxed and ready to attack down there. We'll see what happens. Obviously, got to be careful in this day and age, so we'll see what happens. Mariano says, Mr. Koch, I've been a fan for 20 years. I remember when you came out with some good video about whammy bar tricks. You should be so kind as to devote one stream to that. Yes, one of these days I will, doggone it. Thank you for that. Lesson for Daddy Longlegs is going to be on the True Fire. We'll see. We'll see about that. I'm going to be a bunch of stuff for them. So if I don't do it in this shoot, I'll do it in other ones. Can you dig it? Sassy Cat, Tampa, need restaurant suggestions? Anytime I can get restaurant suggestions, I always appreciate it. Although I don't know how much time I'm going to have to peruse around. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks so much for tuning in today. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week after I return from a glorious place known as Florida. All right, we'll see you later.